On today's episode of Mainly Games, we are going to look at the games Clover and Calico, and also Masque of the Red Death, Lords of Waterdeep, and we actually replayed Fluxx. On top of that, we are also going to look at some of the top things on Kickstarter right now that you might be missing out on. So, let's get started. Hello, welcome to Mainly Games. I'm Joey.
And I'm Alex.
And we're here for another episode. Look at us. We did not skip another week.
Look at us. We've literally left it to the last day of the week, but we're here for another week.
They say, there's a saying that two podcasts forms a habit.
Yes.
It's not really a saying at all.
It's not.
Really butchered that.
Don't they say like 3 weeks of something makes a habit or something?
3 weeks. That's like every day.
I guess
doing
that,
something,
yeah.
Right?
I guess so.
So
I don't really know how that works.
It's a habit. But a bad habit can be formed in like a day. Have you noticed that?
Yes. Oh my goodness. Yes.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So today's podcast is about habits. It's not really.
That sounds like a fun topic. We've just lost like 10,000 people.
Have we though? Have we? Okay, so movies.
Yes.
Let's talk about some movies we have watched recently.
Oh my goodness. We've had a busy kind of movie time.
We have recently watched Justice League Extended Edition.
The Snyder Cut, right?
Finally.
Finally.
Yes.
It's taken us a while.
Yep. And then, like, for you that don't know, we tried to watch Justice League Extended Edition a couple months
Like when
ago.
it came out, we were like, let's be these people that are watching it.
So we sat there because everybody was talking about how great it was going to be, how different. And we're not huge DC fans.
No.
I like the characters. The movies are hit or miss for us. So we thought we're going to give it a try. You know, I remember seeing Justice League vaguely. So anyway, we sat there and watched on HBO Max.
Yeah.
It ended up being not 4 hours long, like people said, about three and a half.
Yeah.
And the whole time thinking, man, this is familiar.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I've seen this movie before. There
Yeah.
were a little bit of new parts in it. And Batman and Superman were fighting again. I thought, wow, they fought last time. It's really crazy. And then it wasn't until the very end.
The
after
last
the credits, the last scene, I thought, you know what? Then it stopped. And we had been watching Batman versus Superman director's cut.
Yes, we had been. Yes.
For 3.5 hours.
Yes.
Thought we were watching Justice League because I kept waiting for the Flash to show up,
Yeah.
Cyborg, and all this stuff. I'm
Yeah.
like, this is crazy. So after that, that just kind of took the wind out of our sails.
Yeah, we were like, we're not watching this extended Jack Snyder edition.
No, because it was like we'd already carved out 4 hours and
Yes.
we blew it.
Yeah, I know.
We blew it watching Batman versus Superman again.
Again.
So finally, we decided to watch it,
And I'm glad we did.
And under like 2 nights.
I never saw the original theatrical release.
No, because I went with a friend to see it because
Yes.
you were in that like, I don't want to see DC. They're all dark.
And also, I think Juliet was little and it was hard to kind of, you know.
But if you haven't seen it, it is really good. Now,
It is really good.
It's
Yeah.
really long.
It is very, but it is nice. It's divided up into parts. You got like,
Right.
what are there? 8 parts maybe?
Yeah, like 8 parts. So
Maybe. So it is nice. You can have a break and pause it somewhere and not feel like you're missing out on something.
do it like 2 or 3 nights. And I think, honestly, this being released as it was probably helped him because there's
Absolutely.
There's
Absolutely.
no way he would have been able to release a 4-hour movie in theaters.
Well, that's what they said. That's what they said. The fact that it was streaming on HBO was the perfect way for this cut to be released.
Exactly. So I think it worked out really well. And the buildup was good because at the end, I'm not going to spoil it, when a lot of things happen, it's just you've been waiting for it that entire time.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
And it's, I think it...
There are some great moments in it that I heard are not in the theatrical version that really made this version really good.
It was
And
good.
I heard that there's different kind of like... The dynamic, I guess, between everyone in the theatrical version is kind of a little... I saw someone say cheesy. Like I said, I've never seen it, so I don't know if this is true. They said it was a little corny.
I don't really remember it.
No, I don't know if this is true or not. This is just what I read.
I mean, it was very forgettable to me.
This, the theatrical, or the Snyder Cut was really good. The dialogue was really good. The interaction was really good. I like the backstories because I heard in the theatrical version there was no backstory of the Flash or Cyborg.
It was definitely really good. Now, I will say this is a 4-hour movie. It could have been 2 hours if Zack Snyder did not love slow motion.
Yes, there are a few times when you're like, oof.
Everything is slow motion, especially in the first hour and a half or 2 hours. It was kind of like the equivalent of when you're told to make like a 2,000 word report.
Yeah.
and you just start saying, here, kitty, 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 just like you want to hit that
Yes.
time limit.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, wow, we have to see rain drop in 120 frames per second.
Yeah.
You know? So anyway.
It's really good.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
So it's fantastic if you haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Most people probably have. If you're going to see it, you've probably already seen it.
Yeah, we're just very slow to the party.
Now, that got me thinking of different movies, like our daughter watched
Mm-hmm.
it with us, and I saw on Disney Plus Adventures in Babysitting.
Yes.
Did you ever see that?
No, I never did.
Okay, because we're into Cobra Kai, I started looking at old 80s movies.
Yeah.
But the one thing about 80s movies, I forget the bad parts of them.
Yeah.
You know, like I
Yeah.
remember Ferris Bueller. Forgot how much language there was in Ferris Bueller.
There is a lot of language
There was
in Ferris
a
Bueller.
lot.
Yes, same in the Goonies.
Oh, yeah,
that
the
hurts me a little
Goonies.
bit because
Yeah.
I think our daughter would love the Goonies, but it's hard when there are kids cussing.
Yes,
you know,
I know.
You're like,
I know.
you're not allowed to say it, but they're on TV. They are. Like, how do you do this?
And then
So-
Back to the Future, that whole assault thing
Yeah,
with Biff.
yeah, yeah.
And it's like you can't take that out because
No.
it's a critical part. So you can't like fast forward through that because that's like where everything changes. So it's weird you forget that.
Yeah.
But I mean,
If anyone knows of any good 80 movies out there that don't have kind of the language and iffy bits, let us know because we're going through an 80s movie kick, but it's hard to find good ones to watch, you know, when Juliet's awake.
yeah, it's next to impossible because
It's
she
really
likes
hard.
the old type of stuff.
She does. She's very retro.
Right. So
she loves E.T.
She loves E.T.
E.T. is her jam.
Yes.
And
So-
she loves all the, you know, the original Walt Disney movies too. You know, that old cartoon animation style. She'll watch those for hours.
Yep.
She's not picky.
That's,
so, yes.
So again, we're looking for good
Yeah.
80s movies because those are great. And then it's funny how they allowed us to watch those as a kid.
Yeah.
So apparently we ended up okay.
Maybe we should just
So
take
maybe
a page
just
from my
suck it
parents'
up.
books.
I mean,
Maybe we should. Yes.
We did take our daughter to see Carnage. I've already heard about that. So
Yes.
so I'm pretty sure Back to the Future is going to be okay.
Yeah.
So that's going on. And then I did think we're going to have a movie night coming up for Mars Attacks.
I know,
because
I'm excited.
you have
I've
not
never seen that one.
Yeah, yeah. It's bad.
Oh,
It's bad.
I love bad movies, so
But
I'm okay with
so
that. Yeah.
Bad. But it's like a star-studded cast.
That's okay. I'm
So
okay with
we're
that.
really excited to see
That's
that.
going to be an awesome night.
So we're going to do that. Now, our game room has gone through a couple of changes.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I have got to talk to you guys about.
Yes.
The chairs for we have the game toppers.
We do.
I know a lot of you out
The
there
table
have-
topper.
Yes.
Yeah.
Game toppers, I think.
Oh, is that what
they're
they
called.
call
Yep.
them? Oh.
Game toppers, they sit on top of the table. And so a
You're
normal
correct.
table, you put it on top. I think we mentioned that before.
Yeah.
But the big thing is chairs. You get normal chairs.
Mm-hmm.
You all feel like you're elves sitting at the table, right?
Yes.
It's like
your
up to
arms
your-
are like up high.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So then we decided to get bar stools. Bar stools are too tall.
Yes.
So we got these kind of hybrid, and you have to find them. I'm not sure why they're made this way, but there's a type of stool or chair in between chairs and bar stools.
Yes.
So we have that size.
Uh-huh.
So they work out pretty well when the table topper's on. However, if you ever take it off and want to use it to eat, which sometimes on game nights we eat, then bring the topper out.
Yep.
But sometimes when you do that, and it's just you feel like you're eating on your lap. It's really odd.
Yeah, you have to really bend over.
So we're trying to go back and forth on whether to
We
get
have
rid
this
of these.
conversation probably once or twice a day, just
It
so
is.
everyone knows this. It's not like we have this conversation a lot.
Yeah, and it's like it's
Because
also,
I'm all good for the high chairs, but I'm shorter than you too.
Yeah, she's like 5 foot. I don't know what.
I don't know.
3
I
or
can never
4,
remember.
and I'm 6'1",
Yeah.
so we have that kind of difference.
Yeah,
there.
there's a big height difference there. But then my problem is when I sit on the little, like the regular dining room chairs, I feel, and we have the game topper on, I feel like my hands are above my head and it's very hard for me. I have to like stick a pillow or something on the chair so I have a little bit more height.
right.
You know,
That's-
that's
and
where I'm at. So I don't know.
Game topper wise, we actually did have our first spill, by the way, on the
We
game
did.
toppers.
We did.
It's so funny how you have people come over, and we have got 10 cup holders.
We even ordered extras.
Yeah, we have 10 cup holders, and we have them setting everywhere. And yet people will still place their drinks on the mat.
Yes.
And it's like, okay, so we've been kind of ignoring it. Now we're going to be like, oh, do you need a cup holder?
Yeah.
Oh, do you need a cup holder? Oh, we have TV trays. We have like 6 TV trays.
Yeah.
Cup holders, everything. And still, they just place it on the mat. And we just had one spill, and that's how we're going to be like, okay,
No more.
We're going to buckle down.
No.
Yes. Luckily it came up. I think these toppers are made pretty well, so it sucks it all up.
I know these are really good. They're well made. They look good. We were playing a game yesterday, and we realized we needed the extra size of the game topper, but that's kind of the only time we've really noticed it.
Yeah,
what were we
might
playing?
go up in size.
I don't know. We're playing something the other day.
Dinosaur World.
That's what we were playing. We're playing Dinosaur World. I'm like, oh, got to upgrade.
Yep, and
maybe we will, maybe we won't. Stay tuned.
So anyway, also,
yes.
Our game day is coming on up down here in Southwest
Gamers
Florida.
of the Gulf Coast.
Yes, so for you guys, it is not this Saturday, it is next Saturday.
No, it's not. It's not next Saturday.
It's not next Saturday?
It's not tomorrow. It's not the next Saturday. It's the following Saturday.
There you go. It is February 6th. Is that correct?
No.
5th.
Wow. You tell us all the information, and I'll correct you.
Okay. It's February 5th. It is 10 a.m.
Saturday.
Saturday, 10 a.m. to midnight. So if you
Yeah.
guys are anywhere near Southwest Florida, or if you want to take a vacation down here where it's warm-ish, we're still 60s, 70s. It'll be 70s.
It's cold
by
for Florida right now.
Yeah. But
we're in the low 70s and
definitely-
we're freezing.
Come on down. This is going to be a fun day. It's going to be relaxing. Just a game day, not a convention.
No,
'cause
just
conventions can be
playing
stressful.
games. We're
Yeah.
going to be playing games all day.
Yeah, and
it's going to be fun.
I'm excited. We're going to have RPG rooms and all that. So again, check out Gamers of the Gulf Coast on Facebook.
And there's going to be places where if you want to sell games too, like a little flea market. I'm excited to, clear up some space.
Yes, which is why we're going through a lot of our games to start pushing them off at that flea market there to push out and start selling a lot of these games.
So we might have maybe next week a list of some games we're getting rid of there. If people are interested, let us know.
Yep.
We can hold them back for you.
Place those on there. So, okay, so that is that. And
I think I interrupted you when you were talking about the Facebook thing. Sorry.
No, what about it?
I didn't know you were saying something about the Facebook.
No.
Okay.
No, so
my bad.
No, so also Kabuto Sumo, we mentioned last time how we had one rule wrong on Kabuto Sumo. How you do end in a 4-player game when one person gets pushed off.
Yeah.
And that rule clarification was actually given to me by Jacob. So I have to.
Oh.
He's like, you said someone else. I'm like, no, okay. He's the one that gave us that rule. I have to say that. Sorry, man. That is who fixed that game for us.
Yeah.
So
we at one time when we do a podcast going to do like a list of all the rules we got wrong.
Yeah.
That's going to be fun.
Yeah, because there have been several. And everyone does that. Everyone does little rules you have wrong.
Yeah. Particularly the first time playing through a game, you're still trying to figure out like the flow of the game. It is hard to get everything right the first time. I get that. And I'm okay with that.
Like we ran through Dinosaur World last night, and we're going to review that soon.
Yep.
And already there are player aids and clarifications on some of the rules that were kind of misprinted.
Iffy. Yeah.
Yeah. So that I don't want to ruin it, but we did like it.
Yeah, that's a great game.
But we're going to compare Dinosaur World to Dinosaur Island, which is one of our top games.
Yes.
And see which one we like better.
So we're going back to play Dinosaur Island again before we review World.
And then we're going to do
so
World.
It's fresh in our mind.
And we're probably going to throw in the expansions too for Dinosaur
I think we are.
World.
Yep.
Because we threw those in for Island and they really helped.
Yep, definitely.
So,
Okay.
but that review's coming up next. So, all right. So now we are going to start off. Let's start off with off-the-shelf reviews.
Oh,
do off
you
the
went
shelf?
crazy.
Yeah, we're going to mix it up.
Wow. All right, off the shelf.
First off, this is a game that we have been wanting to play for a while.
Yes.
Just because it is Edgar Allan Poe style, and it is Masque of the Red Death.
Yes, this is a great. I loved this game.
I do too.
And what kind of hurts me a little bit is that it wasn't our copy of a game. Someone brought it for us to play. And I've been trying to find a copy. And to find one that's a reasonably priced game is impossible.
It is.
And so it's driving me crazy.
It's difficult. Now, it is by IDW Games.
Yeah.
And here's the whole premise of it.
Yeah.
The big thing is you're going to be moving rooms to rooms and you're getting clues.
Yep.
On the Red Death is there as well as you and all the other characters. It's 4 to 7 people can play this game. And you're going to move room to room. And you are getting pretty much the whole premise of the game is you're getting clues. There are on the side of the board. There are places that the Red Death is going to be at the end, at midnight.
At the second section of the game.
Yes.
Like there's the first part, then the second part.
Right. The second part is that where the Red... And if you were in the room with the Red Death, you die immediately, right?
Yep.
And there's other parts as far as getting points and moving up the point scale, but pretty much if you die, you die. Points don't matter.
No.
So you are collecting that information. And then to move from room to room at the end, you have to be in the right spot. Like you can't... Because it's every I think it's like 15 minutes. You have to move from room to room.
It's every 10 minutes, right?
Yes, you can move rooms, and you will write down your plan. Like before it strikes midnight, you will say, "I'm in this room now. Then 15 minutes later, I'm going to move 2 rooms over here to be in this room. You are going to plan out because you have enough information, hopefully, to know where the Red Death is going to be. And what is great about this game is it's so fun in the middle, and then there's like a second game at the end.
Yes.
Where you will not have all the information.
No.
You are going to, because I remember I had a lot of info. And then the one guy that was winning, I think Kristen was winning at the time, and she died in the first like 15 minutes. So all of a sudden it's a free-for-all because whoever lives with the most point dies. Wins. But so you have to write down your plan, and I had it to where I knew where he was the whole time, but except for one time, I knew he was in one of 2 rooms. And I took that 50% chance.
Yep.
And I died.
What I really liked is, so the first part of it is you're kind of gaining all the clues.
You're getting information.
Yeah, the first part of the game is clue gathering, trying to find out where he is in many rooms at many different times. For the second section, when he's actually going to start moving.
Right.
And that's when it gets interesting because you can only move 1 room per time.
Yep.
So if you know and it's kind of the board is shaped like a clock.
Yep.
So it's circular too. So if you know he's going to be kind of in the 5 section, and you're over here by the 7 section of a clock, right?
Yep.
You've got a problem because you can't move that many sections. So it's very... Like, there's a lot of layers to this game. It was really fun.
It's really fun.
Yeah.
Now, one thing we did add to it is we all had a clipboard where you can actually take notes.
We did do that, too. That was not in the rules. I did love that we could take notes.
Yeah, because the big thing is you can get a clue on letting... Like, if you get a clue on a certain room, so you know that he is not going to be there at 12:30.
Yeah.
Someone can steal clues from you.
Yes.
So they can take that clue. Now, they have that clue, but you don't have it.
Yeah.
So it is a memory aspect on remembering where they are.
Which, if this was a memory game, I would suck at this game. There's no way I could remember that amount because there's so many levels of stuff you need to remember. You need to know where, you need to know what time, or is he there, is he not there? There's too much going on to remember everything.
Yeah, and that's...
I think the clipboard... I forgot we did the clipboard in that story.
It helped a lot.
That was amazing.
And it is listed under memory games on BGG, so I think probably they're looking for that aspect. You want to use that. But I like the clipboard version.
Me too.
It kind of... It had a feeling of Search for Planet X.
Yeah, I was going to say, it had the same kind of thing for that. But yet the clue section reminded me of Awkward Guests, too.
Right.
So it was kind of a combination of those 2 games.
Yeah, and it was really unique. And I don't know why I avoided this for so long. Now, there are 2 different versions. It was on Kickstarter. So there's the deluxe edition and there's a retail.
Okay.
And pretty much the only difference
I
are
know
the
which
minis.
copy I want.
Yeah, but we can't find the deluxe.
We can't find any copy, so, you know.
And it's nice. It had a 6.6 on BGG, but I honestly would rank it a lot higher.
Oh, me too.
That.
I would definitely rank it a lot higher. I guess people are thinking because you've got your little board that you're working behind, maybe people are kind of comparing it to like Search for Planet X and all those kinds of games too. So it is different to that, but it's a great game. And I did like how it had a higher player count too. That's nice because sometimes we want to play heavy games and we have 6-7 people, and that does rule out a lot of games.
I mean, it's a social deduction game that you are in a race to get as much information as you can before the final round. And that
absolutely.
ending,
Yes.
I will say, and I don't want to overstate this, but the ending is one of the best climaxes.
Oh, it's so suspenseful.
I have had in board games in recent years.
Absolutely.
And that might be overselling it. But folks, it is like the stress. The stress, you're like, oh, what is it going to be? And everybody is on the edge of their seat looking for where that Red Death is moving next.
Absolutely.
That is one of the best moments in board gaming.
Yes.
It reminds me of Escape from Aliens in Outer Space is a great one as well. That has a suspense. But this right here, that climax, that ending, you're building towards that crescendo. And that's like, it's so good.
It's so good. Like I said, I have
game.
not been able to stop thinking about this game. And every day I Google it just to see what availability is like. So if anyone is coming down to the convention, Gamers of the Gulf Coast, has this that they want to sell, let me know. Email us. We will take it off your hands very happily.
Yep. So
yes.
that is Masque of the Red Death. It is it is a Mainly Games main event.
Oh, absolutely. This is a great game. This would be around forever.
So good. This is off the shelf because it's 2018, but it's been overlooked.
Yeah.
Look at this game and play this game.
You have to.
You are going to love it.
Oh, it's a great
It's
game.
all about that ending.
Yeah.
So good.
So
Okay.
good.
So, all right.
Yes.
So, we've got that.
All right. And the
Now-
other one off the shelf is Lords of Waterdeep.
This one we have not avoided. I've been wanting to play it for a while.
Yeah, because it came out 2012,
12.
it says. I thought it was 13, but 2012. And it's by
Wizards of the Coast.
Wizards of the
It's
Coast.
a D&D game is what it is.
Yeah. And we have been avoiding this one. And I regret avoiding it because we had such a great time playing it.
We haven't been. See, I've been avoiding the
Yeah.
fact that I think it wasn't what I wanted when I first bought it.
Okay.
D&D, you think of dungeon crawls, and this, of course, is
not a dungeon crawler.
No, it is a worker,
Yeah, it's a worker
placement.
Yeah.
And so we kind of avoided the whole to play it. It was hard to hit. We had a group for a while that it was hard to get worker placement games to the table.
Yeah.
Because it was all minis on a map. It was all dungeon crawl. It was all
Yeah.
that type of thing.
Yep.
So, but now we have a gaming group now that really they're up for anything, which is fantastic.
We're very lucky.
Yeah. So
We were talking about this the other day, just about how our Thursday night gaming group, we can play anything.
We can play
a stinker, anything.
And
An
that is-
amazing game. It doesn't matter what the mechanic is. We can play it. It's great.
and that is a key when you find a gaming group that is like that. Just
Yeah.
hold on to them because
Oh,
that is
yeah.
that is fantastic. That's deviating from this review.
Sorry.
but
Side note.
that's exactly it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Lords of Waterdeep is a worker placement.
Yes.
and it is. I really, really liked this game.
Me too. I really enjoyed it. And I felt like it was different to other worker placements that we've
Mm-hmm.
been playing. I guess it had a kind of a similar feel to Abomination.
It does.
But not really. Not really. I did really like how you have also the cards the objectives that you're getting to.
Yep.
That adds a level of it too. I liked that. And then I also liked the little, you could buy the cards and then put them on the side of the game. And then if you were the person that put them on the board, that would give you something later on. I
Right.
liked that. That was a nice, everything worked well in this game.
It was, and,
Yeah.
and running through it twice helped because first time you're kind of figuring out the system.
Yeah.
And you can go whether you want to go with commerce, skullduggery, different types of things like that. And there's so many different avenues to win in this
Yes.
game.
Oh, I was going to say the exact same thing. Yeah.
So this right here, I mean, it is an older game. It is
Yeah.
probably 10 years old now.
Yeah.
But there's a reason why you see this consistently hit the table in game groups.
Oh, absolutely. And it's still in stores. I remember we were somewhere the other day
yeah.
and I saw this. So it's not like it's an older game that you can't find.
Yeah. And
AKA Masque of the Red Death.
I mean, it is now 7.7
Yeah.
it's got on
I
BGG.
see. Yeah, that's great.
That's insane. 2 to 5 players between 60 and 120 minutes. I think close to 60.
I was going to say, I did
minutes.
not feel like it was a 2-hour game. I felt like it was a 60-minute game.
Now, we did get the
Yeah.
expansion Skullport. We have
Yep.
not used it yet.
So that would be a good one to add on next time we play it.
That will be a great one to try.
Yeah, but this was a great game. This is definitely on the shelf. I think we even took it out of the stack that it was on the floor,
Yep.
and we actually put it on a shelf.
Yep.
So
We are rearranging our shelves to where we have games we're going to keep in a certain area.
Yep.
But this one is one that I will probably look at upgrading the components later.
Yep.
Because minis are not needed for this, but they would kind of be nice.
they make it look awesome.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's Lords of Waterdeep. I know
Yep.
most of you have probably played that game
Or heard about it.
or heard about it or whatever, but honestly, even if you are not huge in a worker placement,
Yeah.
then give it a try.
Yeah.
It's definitely one of it's a great game.
It's a
One of our
great
favorites
game.
there.
Oh, absolutely. It's really good.
All right. So then, okay, we went through a weird phase.
We did. This is because we were cleaning up our shelves.
Right.
So we're moving some games away, and we found our pile of the Fluxxes.
Yes, and these Fluxx
Yes.
is one of those weird ones. There are certain games out there in the whole gaming universe.
Yes.
That just you bring them up, and then you have a certain group of people that like them, and a certain people that just hate them.
I was going to say, they often get a groan, like, ugh.
And they honestly sometimes will think less of you because you
Yes.
play those.
Yeah.
And one of those is Zombicide.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because
I love
like
Zombicide.
and Zombicide, some people are like, oh well, yeah, you don't play a real game. I'm like, yeah, it kind of is.
Yeah.
It just makes $50,000 million.
Yes.
See where I was going with that?
Yeah, where did you go with that?
It's
I know.
like,
Like,
I was going
what?
to use gazillion, but anyway,
We're
so
going to be gazillionaires.
but Fluxx is one
Yeah.
of those too. It is one of our gateway. We played with my cousin. Played Zombie Fluxx, I think.
Yep.
Not gateway, but like it was a different type of that it was our gateway into Fluxx was Zombie Fluxx. It's kind of a mindless game.
That's what I was gonna say. We played it one night. We got home late and we wanted to play a game.
Right.
And we just pulled out the Fluxxes and it was very just basic. And we played it several times because we could, because it was so just easy to set up. And off we went on our merry little way and played this quick little game.
Yeah, we haven't gotten to Fluxx. I mean, we have a couple of Fluxxes and we haven't played them in years.
No.
But we had Monster Fluxx we picked up. So we had probably 20 minutes to kill. And it's one of those, there's no setup. We're like, and there's really no rules.
No.
I mean, the rules are draw one, play one. That's it. How do you win? There's really no way to win until the Fluxx game tells you how to win. That is it.
Yep.
So we brought up Monster Fluxx and we probably played it 2 or 3 times. And then we played Zombie Fluxx.
We did.
We played, I think, Star Fluxx.
Yeah.
So we have and we actually ordered a couple more Fluxxes.
Just because they're fun.
Really, we ordered them because we needed free shipping. So you might as well order 3 Fluxxes and throw them in there.
Yeah.
But anyway, Fluxxes are one of those that are fun travel games.
I think that should definitely be put in our travel bag.
Now that is one I do want to play with a non-gamer, and I want to see what they think about it.
That's a good idea, actually. We should play that next time.
Because I always like to see how non-gamers think about things, because you're going to approach a non-gamer and they're going to ask you, how do you win? And you're going to say, well, there's no way to win yet. So what are the rules? You draw one, play one. Like, what?
What?
I mean, it's just, and you have to pretty much play the game. It's a fun, mindless game.
Absolutely. Absolutely. If you're just looking for a filler and those nights when you're playing heavy game after heavy game, you want something just kind of palate cleansing.
Yep.
This is one you can just throw in there.
Yeah. So Fluxx, they're huge.
Yep.
So, I mean, they're everywhere. You can get them. And Fluxx is a fun one if you're going to throw something in your bag.
Yep.
And go at it, So we want to get, there for a while we were carrying the same games with us when we went places. We're trying to get that stack a bit bigger so we can throw something in. And sometimes we will be working and set up, and we'll have an hour or two to kill. And we'll just go backstage and play one of these. Yeah. So anyway, those are Fluxxes.
To the point where I have Mintworks in my camera bag. And every time I go into Disney, it sets off security because it's a little tin case. And so the other day they made me pull it out and they're like, oh, you have mints in there? I went, no, I have a board game. And they were like, what? And I had to open it to show them it was a board game. It was the looks I got. I even had several security people like, what?
And that's exactly it.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's a quick one. So now we're going to cover a couple of off-the-press reviews, which, as you know, we go off the shelf, older games, off the press, or newer games.
Yep.
The first one, let's take a look first at Calico.
Calico. Yes, this is by AG.
What?
And
Didn't you go to their big game night and
I did.
mess up every rule?
Maybe. Next time I'm going to take notes.
Yeah. So Calico.
Anywho, Calico is you are trying to make a quilt for a cat, essentially, right?
So let's just stop there.
Yeah.
Let us. I am not a theme snob. I feel like I'm not.
Okay, no. I would definitely say that you're not a theme snob.
Consistently, when the buzz around is like, you need to play Calico. What's it about? It's about making a quilt so a cat will come lay on it. And I'm like, you know what? I am good.
Yeah.
I am not going to do that. So it is one of those that finally our friends on one of our gaming nights are like, look, you got to play Calico. And they brought it a couple times, never hit the table. And then it finally hits a table. And it is... I really enjoyed this game.
I did too. What I liked about it, so there are several ways to get points.
Yep.
One is by matching colors. One is by matching patterns. One is by getting groups of cats together. I liked the way that there was a variety of ways to get points.
Because the whole idea is you're building quilts, and certain cats are attracted to different
types of quilts. Yes.
Yeah, like different patterns.
Or
Or different colors, right?
Yeah, and I think it's the texture's supposed to be.
Yeah, textures and patterns, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So you are trying to bring them in.
Yeah.
And because if you get a certain area that cats like, you'll get one of those cats.
Yes.
And they'll come and you get points from them.
Yeah.
But there are so many different ways. It's an abstract strategy game for sure.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Very puzzly.
It is very puzzly, but in a good way puzzly. Yeah, it's really good. I didn't think I would like this because I think at Gen Con I even saw this box and I was like, yeah, I'm good. I'm not really a cat fan, so, I'm fine. But this is one I've got on my wish list. It's a fun game.
It is. It's really fun.
And I did feel like the points, at least when we played it, everyone's points were fairly close to each other. Yes, there was a winner, but everyone's points were kind of together. It's not like you have one leader that's astronomically
Right. There's no runaway.
Yeah, runaway. That's what I'm trying to say. Yes. So
Now, also in the middle, you'll have certain tiles that
Yeah.
around them, it'll be like AA, BB, CC. So you have to actually get certain things around there and organize around that tile, and you get a lot of points if you can
Yes.
do that. But the weirdest thing, and the thing I like about this, what makes a good puzzle game, is when your plan falls apart.
yeah.
I like that because there's so much going on, and then towards about the middle of the game, you have to shift. You're like, I'm not going to achieve this.
Yeah.
So I've
Yeah.
got to go ahead and get this cat.
Yeah.
There's a lot of strategy with
There is a
this.
lot of strategy. I really liked it. It was one of those games we didn't really talk a lot in the middle while we're playing it.
Right.
Because we're thinking about this. We're processing all the different options, all the different things we could do. It was really good.
Which strategy in
Yes.
a cat game amazes me because cats have the least strategy or
Oh, yeah.
motivation of any animal I've
true.
ever seen.
True.
But I really, really liked this game.
Yeah, this was a great game. Yes.
A lot more than I thought I would. And it's
Oh,
fun.
absolutely. Yeah.
It looks nice on the table.
Yeah.
It's unintimidating.
Yeah.
But, I mean, get past the theme. Give it a try.
Yeah.
And I think you will like this. And there's also from AEG on their website, they had little stocking stuffers over December. I mean, obviously, they're not stocking stuffers now. But they have a little, like, mini expansions.
Yeah.
So we did get that one for a friend of ours that has Calico.
I know they looked fun.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's Calico by AEG.
AEG,
And
yes.
it's recommended. I do
Oh,
like
absolutely.
that game. We've
Listen.
played some good games so far.
Yeah.
Not a game, but wait, there could be a game we didn't like. The next game we are going to review is a party game.
It is a party game.
And it is called So Clover.
So Clover. Can I tell you, so when you first told me and described this game to me,
Yep.
I was like, ugh, I am not going to like this game. I don't really like word games. You know, it's not my, right?
But
But,
it's fantastic.
oh my goodness, this is a great game.
It's so good.
And I like it because the whole object of the game, right, is you've got 4 cards, and you put them on your board that's in the shape of a clover, right? And on the card that it's a square, so it will have words on the outside. And so whatever words are on the outside of that part of the clover, they're the words you have to, you might have pink and you might have sandwich, and you need to think of a word that connects those 2 words together.
Right, which that would be,
Maybe like ham.
yeah.
Right?
Or you could have like, bouquet first, and then you have like date or whatever,
Yeah.
So really you're randomly putting them.
Yes. You
On
can't
there.
look at the cards
No.
you're putting down. You just pick up the cards and put them on your clover. And the whole objective of the game is to get the other people that you're playing with in your team is kind of cooperative,
Right.
To guess which words you had for ham.
Yes.
So you want them to get pink and sandwich.
Right.
Right? You don't want to have an impossible word that they will not think of, right?
Yes.
So
And-
you want them to guess it.
right. And there's this game. I put it up there with Just One
Yes.
and Telestrations as
Yep.
one of the best party games.
Oh, absolutely.
Once you explain it, people are like, I don't know if I'm going to like it, and
No.
then you end up playing it 2 or 3 times. We've only had one time that it didn't go great, but people weren't really focusing on it. There
No.
was so much else going on.
There
and
was
they
a
weren't-
lot going on,
and
yes.
they weren't really trying to make the words.
Yeah.
You've got to actually be able to focus and try to make those words match, because that's what's
Yes.
fun too.
Yes.
To see the thought process of how they're trying to link 2 words
Yeah,
together.
yeah.
And it's funny. It's like you link that. It's like, yeah. And it's one of those that makes so many inside jokes. Like I think we've mentioned before that we have things in our game room that are just like inside jokes from a game.
Yeah.
Like we have a poop trophy
Yeah.
from one guy that killed himself 3 times in a game.
Yeah.
And then we've got
A
a
table
cube that from a Telestrations type thing. And certain things pop up here. Like one of the ones was truck and assassin. And the guy wrote Archduke. And it's like, okay, but then I guess like World War II, when
Yeah.
the Archduke was killed in the truck. And actually we got that.
Yeah.
Then another one was like Demon Hole. And I'm like, whew, I don't know why he put that.
Yeah.
But it's little things like that are so funny.
Yes.
And it's just like, that is one of our favorite games now to bring out.
Oh, absolutely. It's a great party game.
It really is.
And I like it because so at the end, you'll have a score of how many you all got. And then you play it again and see if you can get a higher score this time. So it's kind of fun. You kind of try and beat your own score kind of thing. I liked that. It was really, really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so
Yeah.
Clover. I mean, it's highly ranked. I'm sure you guys have heard a lot about it.
Yeah.
But it's worth it to pick
Like
up.
I said, when you first mentioned it, I was like, I'm not going to like this. And even when you first played it the first time on New Year's Eve, I was like, I'm good. I don't want to play this. But
Right.
now I'm like, you're playing this, I have to play it.
And I have taught this so many times that
Yeah.
I've realized the best way to teach this is not to explain the rules.
Mm-hmm.
It is to get a Clover out, 4 cards, and do it.
Yeah.
It'll take 5 minutes to show them
Yeah.
what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And there it is.
There you go.
You know?
Yeah.
And then you're off and rolling.
Yeah.
So that is so Clover.
Yes.
Very easy game.
Great game.
think it's
How
got a
many people
7.6.
does it play with?
Up to 6, but you could play with more. What we did also is we actually did couples because we ended up having a game night with probably 10 or 12 people.
Yes, we did.
And most were couples. I think all were couples. But every couple had their own Clover.
Yes.
And then at the end, during the guessing part, you've got everybody guessing, which is great.
Yeah.
So that's one that easily would scale well if you had 2 copies of it.
Yeah. I was
So-
going to say we need to almost pick up another copy
Right.
just so we could, you could play it with 12 people.
Like Telestrations, it started off with like 6, and now now it's 12.
Yeah.
But okay, so that is So Clover. So
That's a
there we go.
winner.
Yep. So we've actually had 4 winners.
We had 5.
5? Do we? Oh, we did have 5. Oh, you're putting Fluxx in the
I
winner
know.
category.
I'm putting Fluxx in the winner category. It's a great game.
I'm putting that in the just play it sometime.
Just play it. It's
Yeah,
fun.
It's a fun card
just
game.
Take it as it is.
Yes.
It's not,
So, okay,
Yeah.
so those are our reviews. We thought we'd do something fun here and mention Kickstarters. We had somebody email and say, what Kickstarters do you guys back?
Yeah.
Because we do talk about getting some in.
Yeah.
And they asked, which ones are we looking at or are we backing right now?
I must admit, we had that weird thing during the pandemic,
Yep.
where we were not working and didn't know if we would ever work again. And lots of good games came out on Kickstarter we missed.
Yep.
And I'm thinking of Aqua Garden because we missed that one. And now
Yeah.
it's impossible to find unless we know Swedish and can read a Swedish website, which we cannot. So anyway, fun times. So it is fun. It's kind of a weird thing that, games are coming out that were on Kickstarter during that period of time when we could not really be on Kickstarter very much. But
That's exactly it.
know?
So there's
Yeah.
a couple to bring up right now that
Yep.
we're going to look at.
okay.
First one is, let's start with, this one is called Tear Horde.
Yep.
This is very interesting. It's a tower defense game
Yes.
that uses cards. And I don't know anything about Tear. I didn't back to previous games. But it is a kind of a thing that they're doing, I guess. But the gameplay looked really good.
Yeah.
It's made over 200,000 now. It looks nice. It collapses into a very small case with a neoprene mat and everything. It looks fun. I like tower defense.
Yep.
I mean, I like the Castle Panic. I like that type of stuff. But this is all cards. So this is very interesting. To go all in on this one, it is about $46.
That's not bad.
So it's not bad. That's
No.
getting everything with the Kickstarter exclusives and all that. They do have a deluxe one, and that is $68. But it's got the deluxe tokens, and that has the mat and everything. But the artwork on this looks really,
Oh, it does
really
look really
nice.
good. Yeah, looking through it now, I really like the artwork. Yeah,
Yeah,
it looks really good.
And Castle Defense, the idea of just doing that with just cards. Mm-hmm. That interested me.
Yeah.
Because you've got your army going against that army, and they start moving to the right, closer to your castle, and your castle
Yes.
takes hits, and you're usually fighting one big bad. So you're hitting that while trying to destroy their minions. And I really like this. We will probably end up backing this
I
one.
hope so. I really like the look of this one. I think this would be a good one for us.
Yeah, and that's it says funded in 18 minutes, but I don't think their goal is very high. So 1 to 3 players. That right there, 1 to 3. 3 is a very odd number, but I would say this probably works better for 1 or 2. It looks like a solo game, to be honest.
Yeah, I
you
am
watch the playthrough.
hearing some of the reviews of that. It's a really good solo game. So
That's what I'm thinking. And 30-minute games, the 1 minute setup is what really got me.
Yeah,
'Cause
I like
you
that.
just roll it out and go.
Yeah.
So this looks like a great solo game.
Oh yeah. This looked like a really good game.
Now, speaking of solo games,
Yes.
the next one that is really big coming out is Final Girl Season 2.
Yes, we still have to pay Final Girl Season 1.
Yes, we're still looking at playing that one coming up. We have everything here.
Yeah.
A friend of ours got that to us, and we're going to try that. We might even do a playthrough on that too.
You should.
But it's strictly solo. Final Girl is.
Yeah.
And reviews, it's funny how Final Girl people love it, but they also say it's very dice and luck heavy.
Really?
Yeah. So we're going to play through this and see if we like it. But Final Girl is where pretty much you were playing against an IP villain that is not exactly named Freddy Krueger or whatever, but that's who they represent. And you are the final girl in the movie, and you've got to survive till the end. So that right there is really, it's exciting. I like that theme and the idea.
I like how on the Kickstarter for season 2, they have optional miniatures too.
Yeah, if you get this, you'll probably want to go all in.
Oh,
and
absolutely. The artwork looks really good.
It's by Van Ryder, and I guess it's a remake of Hostage Negotiator, which I like the theme of this better.
Yeah, me too.
So we are going to play season 1. There's 13 days to go on that one. So we're going to take a look at that. And if we do like it, we're going to jump in on that.
Yep.
But okay, so then what else we've got is Viscount's Gates of Gold and Keepers of the Keys. Viscounts, we don't have all the Viscounts games, but some people, they love them. We have several friends that have them and they love them. It's making, what is it making now? $469,000. So it's doing pretty well.
Yeah.
But we're mentioning that here only because we know that is it's a popular style game. And it's one of those points to where right now, I feel like we haven't gotten into this whole ecosystem yet. So we probably won't jump in now.
Yeah, this one I can kind of see the fact that we don't even have like the base game. We'll play the base game. And I don't know why that is, but I think it's just one we just haven't. It's similar to stuff we already have, so we're like, we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've thought about playing this. I've seen it different places. People brought it to game night as haven't had it hit the table yet.
Yeah.
So that right there, we probably won't.
No, I can see that
it.
one probably not.
No.
Not happening.
No. And then this one's interesting. Adorablins. You mentioned Mintworks the other day.
Yes.
And there's something about those little mint
I love them.
box
Yes. I just mentioned them today. Yeah. Because they're set off the security.
And Adorablins, it's all in a mint box, and it's just a little pocket-sized storytelling game. It seems like a good idea, but I don't know how well thought out it is. It talks about a narrator, and it sounds like you're kind of telling a story. It sounds like it's more... Not everything's for fun, but this is more RPG way than actual game. I mean, you have to tell the story. One person tells the story to the other one. It looks cute. Whether or not I'm going to back it or not, I don't know. It's $9 for the digital one if you want to print it out and throw it in something, which isn't bad. And it's only $14 for the physical game. So that type of thing, I don't really mind trying that. But
yeah, that's kind of the price where you could easily try it and be okay. Yeah.
Which is the Mintworks. We bought every Mintworks that came out, and I don't think we've played all of them.
I know we played the first one several times, but I don't know if we played the other ones.
No, but and it's nice for $15. It's something easy to throw in there, and again to travel with, and it's cute. So take a look at it. It looks like a very small publisher. $20,000 is what
the artwork reminds me of Exploding Kittens.
It does.
Yeah, it has that same kind of feel to that.
This is the first one he's created too. So
yeah,
so it's good. All right, and then let's see what else. This is interesting. This is not a board game per se, but it's a Blood Rage 3D board. Ooh. And now you've never played Blood Rage, right?
I've never played Blood Rage.
I like this. It's pretty much the STL files, so you can print these off. And as in Blood Rage, different parts of the board start getting destroyed. And that way you can pick up this 3D part and take it away.
Yep.
And it's a very interesting thing. It looks nice where they have it because they have it printed and they have it painted and they have all the terrain on there. And it looks really, really nice.
Yeah.
But to get to that point, it's going to take some work. And do you play Blood Rage enough to get it to the board that much? Which I don't know. I don't know which one I like more between Blood Rage, Rising Sun, and Ankh. All of those. I'm not sure which one of those is going to hit the table.
I've only
the
played
most.
Ankh out of those.
Yeah, you're an Egyptian fan too. So
true.
But now Blood Rage again for the files on this. Normally I do back these just to have the files in case I ever want to do it. It's like $20 for the STL files. And if you don't have 3D printers, you might not know, but you can actually print these things off at the library.
Yeah, all the most public libraries have a printer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it's probably cheaper there than buying your own printer and your printer going down and you have to fix it all the time.
Yeah.
It's easy to throw them together and put it in the library. So that's another option for you guys.
I have some cake. Are you done with your list? I have some I wanted to
Yep,
mention.
let's see it.
Okay, so I had one about Hike, a card drafting racing game with huskies.
I saw that. That looks
Yeah.
very cute.
I thought that looked really cute. I don't know. I'm terrible when I do Kickstarters. I will save them for you to look at, but I don't look at how much they cost. I don't look at the campaign.
Yeah.
I just read the description and be like, yay or nay.
It's about $30
So-
or $40 for the exclusive Kickstarter one.
Yeah, so that one I thought that looked really cute.
It does. It looks
Yeah.
like a passion project. I mean, it's all. If you like huskies, this is a no-brainer.
This is
for you.
the
It
game
looks
for you.
very cute.
It does look really cute. So I don't know. I thought that looked really good.
Yep.
And then I had another one. I don't know how to say this right. Soria, the Dinosaur Park survival game.
Really?
Yeah, I saw this too. I put it in your saved files.
I have not seen this one.
Okay, I saw this. It looks, I don't know. It looks very much like a smaller version of Dinosaur World and Dinosaur Island kind of
Huh.
thing. But it looks good. We just played Dinosaur World last night, so I'm going through a dinosaur phase right now. But this did look good. So if it's kind of a good price, this might be something we think about too.
Yeah, I'm looking at this now.
Yeah.
It looks like it's about $70.
Yeah.
So
That's not terrible.
that's not bad.
No.
Actually, this does. I did not. How's it doing? 27,000. It's not doing great, but that doesn't mean anything really.
No. It's funded though, right?
It is funded.
Yeah, so it's funded.
So,
So yeah, it
the
just
first-
looks, yeah.
It's the first one this guy's created.
Yeah.
So this might be something interesting to look at.
Yeah, I think it just
Artwork
looks
looks good.
Yeah, it looks more like realistic as opposed to Dinosaur Island, Dinosaur World. That's not cartoony, but a little bit more cartoony. These
Right.
look a little bit, yeah. You've got character standees. Yeah, I don't know. It looks good.
And they're keeping the cost down by using standees. I do like that.
Yeah.
This is actually very good.
I know it's in your saved
Yep,
thing.
I
And
like that.
then what was the other one I had? Hang
I
on.
know.
Collab.
Collab.
I did have co-op too, and then hang on, I'll go. I just opened the other one first. This one is the Story Masters Tales of Their Lord Town.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
more of a
RPG kind of thing.
Yes.
Yeah,
That one
I
looks
looked
good.
It looked good, but then I was going to mention it looked good. I probably wouldn't back it because I'm not trying to do too many RPGs right now because they just take your time.
Yes.
And we have so many games to get through that, once we play all these games, maybe then we can invest in some RPGs. I do like how it says it's for kids and adults. So I don't know, but it looks good.
Now,
so
and you mentioned Collab. That one right there is
yeah,
really good.
collab looked really good. I saw this before we started and I put it in your list.
Yeah, dice worker placement. It's
Yeah.
engine building. It's pretty much a mad scientist game.
Yeah.
And I love this theme.
Yeah,
but
great
it's-
theme.
Oh, but it is really hit or miss on whether they nail this theme or not.
Yes.
We've probably got 5 games in there, mad scientist type building monsters, and I don't think any of them are really hits,
No.
except for Frankenstein.
I was going to
and
say
It's Alive.
Abomination's pretty good. in terms of-
Abomination
yeah.
is good, but it's more about the process
Of building the monster.
Of building, well,
Yeah.
not really building it, but kind of being the mad scientist.
Yeah.
But as far as actually building it, that's what's interesting. But this one looks good. It's also not
Yes.
that big of an investment.
No.
It's fairly inexpensive.
Yeah.
I mean, well, I say that, but it's like $45 or $60. So it's not very cheap. But it has good quotes on it,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
I think Radu from Radu Runs Through It, he actually likes the game, so he recommends it. So that's it's really nice. Another one I had on here is I just like this, the Ice Dice Baby. We've got Ice Dice, and I love them, but I had to put this in there just because it says Ice Dice Baby. That's just why did the Ice Dice not get that? And it's pretty much for your Scotch. We will not get that, but it looks pretty cool.
It looks really cool. The other ones on Kickstarter I mentioned is Yucatan. I think we've backed that one.
Yep.
And then also, in case you didn't know, Marvel's Zombicide have come out.
That's the
That
other one.
one-
Marvel Zombie Side, of course, is killing it.
Of
And
course.
we haven't decided how far to go in on that one, whether to go the Galactus Pledge or not.
I am all for the Galactus Pledge.
But it looks great.
That one looks really good. And there was something else I was going to mention on here. But yeah, I feel like there, at the moment, do you remember over December there was not a lot of games on Kickstarter, which I get, it was Christmas, people spending money elsewhere.
Yep.
But January is coming, boom.
Everything. Now, the one we
Yeah.
did not mention is the Dice Tower.
Oh, yes, of course. We need to mention the Dice
the Dice
Tower.
Tower. And if you either don't,
Yes.
Dice Tower, whether or not you listen to them or watch their videos on YouTube,
Yeah.
I'm sure everyone here has seen them. But the things they do for the industry, we are not, of course, the Dice Tower Network or anything, but we do love what they are doing for the industry.
Oh, absolutely.
And they're really pushing it to the forefront. They do a good job over there in Miami.
I think even people who are very new to board games or something, they know that, you can watch a Dice Tower video and know, okay, this is going to be good.
That's good. And you
Yeah.
got to realize as the industry grows, all of our opportunities grow.
Yeah.
There are more games out there as people make more money, publishers make more money, they put out more games. So this right here is a great way to kind of give back to one of the leaders of our industry.
Yeah.
And you look on there too, there's a lot of little things you can get. Of course, you're overpaying because this money is going to support them, but there are little things like, I'm looking, Luna Capital has a couple extra cards. Flick of Faith. Yeah, that right there is, I'm going to be back in that.
Yep.
All of these different things, Cora Quest, Decorum, Unmatched. So if you like a game, get on here and take a look at their promos.
Yeah.
They have got a truckload of promos on here. It's insane. And you're also helping the Dice Tower and helping the game industry as you do this. So take a look at that. But that is a quick look at Kickstarter.
There's a lot on Kickstarter
There's a
right
lot
now.
on Kickstarter.
Yes.
It is good
Yes.
right now. So
there's a
check
lot
it out.
happening right now.
And you can email us at show@mainlygames.com.
Yep.
And also, our link tree is up. If you go to mainlygames.com, from there you can find our YouTube link, our Facebook link, Instagram link. Everything is right there easily. So you can get it, email us, and reach out to us. And again, subscribe to our podcast. Email us on any ideas you've got for anything in the future. But hey, I want to thank you guys for spending your day with us, your time with us.
Your
This was
day?
fun. It wasn't that long, was
No,
it?
it wasn't a day.
Your day with us. Yeah, spend your day. Actually, do that on February 5th.
Yes.
Come on down.
That would be a great way to spend a day.
All right. So we will see you guys next week.
See you next week.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Okay. So today we have Juliet. Say hi, Juliet.
Hi.
So, Juliet, what is your favorite game?
My favorite game is Mario United
Marvel United. Why do you like Marvel United?
because they have different kinds of series and all kinds of superheroes.
What? Well, who's your favorite superhero in Marvel United?
My favorite superhero is Vision
Vision. Why do you like Vision?
because he's the husband of Scarlet Witch.
Oh, I didn't know that. But wait, who's the toughest villain you've ever fought in Marvel United?
Thanos
Thanos? Why is Thanos so hard?
because he has that hand over there.
Okay, so if you had to pick 3 superheroes to help you fight Thanos, who would they be? Name 3 superheroes that you want to help you fight Thanos.
Superman.
Superman? Okay, it's going to be hard to get him in the Marvel Universe, but we can try. Okay, next one.
Scarlet Witch.
Scarlet Witch. I like it. And who else?
Groot.
Groot. All right, that right there. I would watch that movie. Anybody else?
Rocket.
Rock, of course. When you have Groot, you have to have Rocket. Okay, that sounds good. You think those 4 people could beat Thanos?
I think one more I could do.
Who? Who else?
The Flash.
The Flash. All right. Now, all 5 of those. Now, who do you think out of those 5 superheroes will be the most fun to have a tea party with?
Scarlet Witch.
There you go. That's it right here, Scarlet Witch. All right. So you've heard it here. My name is Joey.
And my name is Juliet.
And thank you for listening to What Juju Thinks About Board Games. Bye.
Bye.
Good job, Bean. All right.